Alright, recording's on. Yes, good cough to start the recording. Love it.
It's it was to measure the audio peak.
Yeah.
It was to sync up.
You must have moved away from your mic then.
No, I don't know.
Because it
I don't
didn't
know what's
peak it
happening.
very high.
Oh yeah, I am leaned back a bit, in all fairness. Yeah, so as Odysseus once said, let's get the show on the road.
Probably.
Good quote. Good quote you used there. I like that. And so to recap,
Yeah, take it away.
we began being mauled by displacer beasts, but there was only like two of them, and so they got utterly fucking destroyed beyond recognition in only a few turns. Even the one that was fleeing, which Yusheil, the absolute fucking psychopath,
Hi.
murdered in cold blood for no reason. We gathered their heads naturally and proceeded. Did we stop at the fort? We didn't, did we?
No, we didn't.
We powered through.
Yeah, we were way far away.
We powered through. I don't think anything else important happened on the road.
Bandits.
We did the bandit camp thing, yes. Filip was tricked by a female, as it were, and well, being under command of bandits, and we shook them down for their lunch money because they're a bunch of fucking dweebs, and it was frankly the merciful option compared to what could have gone down in that moment. That happened. Then we made it to name escapes me. It's tip of my tongue. God fuck. The big city. High Wraith, how did I forget that? High Wraith and encountered a gaggle of homeless people. Out and about around leave me alone. A few gaggles. A few makeshift tents, little encampments outside the city who had been
A murder of bums.
Evidently driven out of the old dock ward. We noted their presence, but did not act immediately, but entered the town to the temple. But we noticed as we were going in there, the atmosphere was very tense. We caught up with the boys, well, boy, for a bit, and then we were like, well, let's use this cool bling we got from the bandits to throw a really cool party for the destitute outside the city. Because we had a whole day to kill before the Red Baron Society party. And so we did. And it was really nice. That's where we ended. You know, dancing, singing, eating.
Mainly eating.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, we ended specifically on you guys just en route to the Crimson Oak.
Indeed.
We're all dressed up and ready to impress.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Filip
You know,
combed
here's
his hair
hoping.
and everything.
Oh, cool. We are loaded in.
Cold. I'll be back in a minute.
Jarod.
Hold.
But Jarod,
You fucking amateur. Okay, well, it is up to you guys what kind of route you take. The bridges across the canal. There and there.
I'd say we try and take a pretty... Oh... You could go indirectly or through the merchant fighting, which I gather will be pretty busy and will kind of just like not really stand out too much.
Especially if we're dressed up.
What'd you say?
Won't stand out that much if we're dressed up.
That's true. I'd
You'll
say
have
the
more
crowded route. What'd you say?
You'll have masks on and everything.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say the more direct route.
Yeah, I agree.
It would be a bit. I doubt we wouldn't really be putting our masks on before we walked in, right? We'd be like ducking into an alley and putting them on.
I mean, I reckon it makes sense to wear them on the way there because they don't let people know that we're fancy lads going somewhere good. You know?
Yeah,
Picking up
true,
and putting down.
I mean, it kind of makes sense if you're wanted men.
true.
Aye.
But they'd be looking for people wearing masks.
No, they wouldn't.
I mean, if I was looking for a criminal and I saw a pack of people around about the same size as the people that were looking and they're all wearing masks, I wouldn't be like, no,
Keep
they're
in
wearing
mind-
masks. They would never wear those.
They probably think that Keith is still with them.
Wait a minute,
Yeah,
there's 3 of the people that look exactly, wait, no, okay, that's fine, there's no lizard there, we're good. We'll just move along.
Okay, yeah. Well, you guys can make your way over. We won't wait for Jarod.
Yeah, it's because
Cool.
Jared's fucking stinky.
No,
I want to delete that riddle.
no, we're following it. What are you doing?
Oh, please don't. It went everywhere.
I'm just doing it from memory.
Not bad.
Ah, we got there.
Yeah. So you make your way through the morning streets of High Wraith, where people are on their way to work, and people putting out the lamps from the night before. You wander on over to the somewhat secluded but still fairly well off area that the Crimson Oak is in.
Wait a moment. Philip stops the entire group. As both arms out to the sides, like, wait.
Well,
Hang on a second.
you what's up?
They said names and faces. We need names.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense, eh? Well, I've already got my own.
Oh, what is it?
Grey.
Trey?
Grey. Grey.
Great. Oh, great.
Yeah, and
Alright.
exactly, dark and evil.
I didn't think of this beforehand. Oh, jeez.
Hello,
Hello.
Salutations.
I'm back. You
We were
missed
all
me?
we were all stopped outside the Crimson Oak thinking of fake names because it says names and faces on the letter. I can't
what?
be Philip.
Just be soggy or something like that. That makes sense. What?
I think not. This is like a fancy gathering or something. It has to be dignified and cool. Something
What?
like Condrixes.
Sorry, what? What was that name? Say it
What?
again.
Condrixes. It's like the name of it's this family of sharks. Shut up.
Well, this is real easy. You got Mr. White, Mr. Blue, Mr. Orange, Mr. Brown.
Listen here, but all powerful God, I'm grey. Anyway,
I mean, huh? Hmm.
surely it doesn't take this long to think up a name. Come on, lads.
That's if you're a good one.
You know what? I'm gonna go by Frederick.
That's just a name. That's just like a normal name.
Yeah, that's my uncle's name.
Oh.
I'll
Interesting
go by
choice.
Charon.
See,
Okay,
that
that's
one's
edgy.
cool. That one,
Okay.
I like
Oh,
that.
but do
one.
you want edgy names then?
I don't want edgy names. I want like interesting
Fuck,
names.
If you want that, I could be the Flame Prince then. If you fucking
Oh.
want interesting
Good
names,
God, if you call
I
yourself
fucking
a
know.
Flame Prince.
That one's too long.
I'd rather fucking kill myself, to be honest.
Flame Prince.
Yeah.
Just call yourself Blaze or something like that, eh?
Really leaning into it, huh?
I mean, it kind of stands
It
out.
could be Brimstone.
I mean, I don't actually mind that one. That one sounds kind of cool.
Just call yourself Azazel and
Exactly.
fuck everything up. Baphomet? Huh.
The
that case-
Inventor.
Doc Brown.
I mean, what about what if we just called you Tony?
Hey, Tony!
Hey, Tony, had a good ring to it, actually. I don't mind that one.
Tony, 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 and Tony, eh?
uh,
Or just we go full on and like Anthony, Tony for short.
Anthony.
Mate, just call yourself Oceanus or something.
Oceanus?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I'll just go
What
with...
about Captain?
Oh, wait, I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Wait,
See?
Captain, that's perfect. That's actually perfect.
There's
Easy.
gonna get an ego.
What about Fisher?
No, I'm
You want to be Captain?
Yeah,
at
why do you
least
keep
like
suggesting names after he says that's perfect, and you're like,
Nah.
what about another one?
What
Yeah,
about Skipper?
You gotta have it more.
at least Whaler or something. But I mean,
Captain
Captain
sounds
is
better.
pretty good. All right, Captain, Charon, Gray, and
And
Frederick.
Anthony
Brimstone.
Edward. Anthony
think
Edward
fuck it.
Stark.
Alright, we going in?
Fuck it. Just
All right, I'm ready.
Brimstone, fuck it. I don't know.
Oh.
Blaze, I don't fucking care.
Oh, he
Whatever.
starts
In-
walking toward the door.
In we go.
Little Timmy.
resume your description that I cut you off in the middle of.
We saunter on up to the door then.
All right, just give me un momento, please. There aren't many people around at this time. The door to the place is like a little bit ajar, and you walk on up. There is a gentleman outside of it who seems rather unassuming. But as you walk on up, he sort of puts a hand out, looks each of you up and down.
How you going?
Decent, and yourself?
You're going pretty good. Just here with my lads here. We just got an invite to this here party, eh? Well, gathering if you want to call it that.
Yes, I get a lot of people saying that.
Oi.
What's this rotation's cipher?
Oi, Captain, pass the letter, eh?
It's 13, wasn't it?
Yeah, something
It
like
was
that.
13, yeah.
That's correct. Come on in.
Yeah, right.
All right then.
Saunter on in.
Okay.
Let the
I
sauntering
didn't-
commence.
I didn't add the music I wanted to use, so I'll just do that now.
No. Can't even edit with what's it? Rhythm. F and chat for
Nah.
rhythm.
Rip Rhythm. He was truly number one. Apparently they're going to be working on something else, but like they've released practically no information on it.
How could they? It would have to be run through a different website. Maybe they could do something like they might be able to collaborate with like SoundCloud or fucking
With
or
spoof-
or Spotify, yeah. Because a lot of
like you know what I'm talking about.
I think there's a working Spotify bot, but a little limited. I think.
Should be called Spotify.
Ooh.
I mean, it kind of sucks too because I'm sure like Google could have just like set up some method where like you can use the rhythm thing, but you have to have like YouTube Premium or some shit like that, which is still shitty on their part, but like at least it makes sense.
Yeah.
We need to get the old school RuneScape team writing about it. Did you hear about that?
That worked, yeah. I'm surprised.
It worked in like a day. There was
What
like
was
a
this, sorry?
so RuneScape has third-party clients to like add a bunch of like quality of life updates and stuff to the game.
Yes.
And basically there was this one developer who spent 2 years making a high detailed version, like plugin for the client that made everything like turned the game from like 2007 game to probably like 2012.
Oh, yes, I did hear about
in
this.
quality, and the day that it was supposed to be released, Jagex basically told them, actually, you're not allowed to. After
Yeah.
2 years of development, that Jagex knew he was developing it. So there was like massive riots in game, and like less than 24 hours later, they updated the policy and said, okay, maybe we went a bit wrong on this one.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I
actually
mean, you
released
know.
now. It's released now, and it's fucking good.
At least they listened to feedback.
Yeah. But they
Under
never learn their
recording, of
lesson.
course.
There's always riots in that game.
Yeah. I have noticed that. I don't even play the damn game and I hear about controversies just through osmosis.
Mm.
It spreads around. This was that one time when they
Well, it was at the top of Reddit.
did a Pride update once.
Oh, that was hijacked by like apparently according to I think it was Matt K, like one of the old head of design for the game. It wasn't actually RuneScape players that were rioting about it. It was like hate groups that like basically made a bunch of bots to do it.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I didn't
know
know that.
whether or not that's true, but yeah, apparently like the RuneScape players just ignored it if they didn't like it, but like hate groups in America like made accounts to fucking riot.
It sounds like it sounds exactly like something they would do.
Yeah,
They
it's
have
something.
multi-cannons though.
I mean,
Unless they'll have like a quest.
a bond gets you a multi-cannon and change.
That's a lot of wasted money.
Yeah.
Ah, cringe.
I mean, but bear in mind when you're doing a riot, you only need like 10 multi-cannons, so it could have actually been just 10 legitimate like shitbags, and then a bunch of assholes.
That is correct.
Did
But
WoW
yeah.
ever have? Oh, sorry. Let's resume.
Wait, did WoW ever what, sorry?
Have like in-game riots so that people would gather in one location and like spam something or wear a certain type of
I don't
gear.
think so because in WoW your chat doesn't come above your head, so it wouldn't actually make that much sense.
Huh.
You would just spam like trade chat or something.
Yeah, fucking trade.
But then
It's not really a thing anymore.
you'd be competing with all the fucking like Chinese gold farmers, so that'll out spam you.
Okay, we're switching over now.
So it's fruitless.
I think the whole like chat
Oh
coming
my
above your head
God.
in RuneScape is what made it such a social game in the early days. Now no one talks in it. Because it was hard to ignore someone when they were talking to you.
Right, I said we're switching over now.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, so you walk into the lobby room, the foyer, if you will, of the Crimson Oak, and this place it's bigger than it seems on the outside. You walk on in and you're greeted to. There is a distinctive like wooden smell in the air, what you would guess to be oak. and the floors of the place, as well as a decent portion of the walls, are dressed in red velvet that has been immaculately maintained. The center of the room is largely dominated by a glass fountain that appears to be flowing some sort of beverage rather than water.
Oh,
Yeah, there is an alcoholic tinge to the scent as you walk closer.
Oh, man, keep it back, keep it back.
just one sample.
No, not just yet. You got to stay sober for a little bit.
And just on the other side of this, there is a reception area made of like dark wood.
Shall we head up?
Yeah, I approach.
Just an aside, for this, would it have been appropriate to like have a dress sword on? Because I would feel
Dress
naked
swords.
without my sword.
Dress swords are more for like military occasions.
Damn.
And plus, a dress sword is like a foil or a short sword, not a fucking bastard sword.
If you want, you can put my sword in my bag of holding, and I've got that with me.
Hey man, anything's a dress sword if you're I don't know, brave enough. I don't know. Continue.
If you want to bring stuff with you into here, I've got a bag of holding.
Say in the fucking
Yeah, I'd slip my
menu.
sword
No,
in
no,
your
I
bag.
would have said that beforehand. You know,
Oh,
just
I
hide it
feel-
in my pocket, in the inside of my jacket, sort of thing, up where no one can take it without me noticing. Because that also has my armor in it, and that'd be very expensive.
I approach the reception with a
Yeah.
greetings, and also, wow, this place is really fancy.
I accompany him to the reception.
The woman at the front reception is it's a woman dressed in finery, and she's quite a tall thing, probably around about Philip's height. And yeah, through her mask, you can see her eyes also sort of like looking each of you up and down, and says, "Ah, yes, you must be new."
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yes.
Well, you wouldn't have got past the door if you didn't deserve to be here.
Of course.
So, you're looking to join the Red Baron Society?
Yeah, I suppose we are, you know.
Well, I'm afraid the maitre d' is currently indisposed until later this evening. However, you are welcome to join in the festivities, and when the maitre d' joins us, he will have you sworn in.
How long do you reckon that'll be?
Let me just make a log of your visit. And she writes into a logbook with a quill, just sort of like your general descriptions, and then says, "That should do it. Please take the door on your left,
Thank you.
Alright.
Right, though.
and do enjoy your stay."
Give the door a boosh.
Can I just mention before I came in here, I would have made the ring of mind shield invisible.
Okay, no worries.
Give the door a boosh.
Yeah, there are a large set of quite heavy double doors to the left of the reception area. And yeah, you push them open to reveal what is a fairly large. It's like a banquet hall, but it's sort of more in the shape of a lounge. There are there are chaise longues. There's there are waiters, quite similarly clad in the members' clothing. They're going from chair to chair, just sort of offering various refreshments and fine foods. There is there's like a miasma of cigar smoke that is just sort of wafting near the ceiling, and yeah, you realize that you've stepped into what is basically another world. A whole bunch of finery.
Excellent.
Wow.
Ollie immediately looks for a bar.
Is that fountain of alcohol?
No, man, I want. Is there a bar?
Yeah, there is.
Excellent.
There is an
Launch us on
in-house
over.
bar.
I highly doubt they put the fine stuff in the fucking fountain.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you walk on over and you sit down on one of the red velvet stools, and the gentleman who is serving the beverages looks at you and says, "Oh, welcome. You must be one of the new ones."
Yeah, I suppose we are, right? What's the specialty here, right?
Well, we have a fine selection of vintages from the 1000th year, is my personal preference.
Yeah, I'll go with whatever you recommend, then, mate. Trust your judgment.
Certainly. Right away. He looks at the rest of you and says, "And will your companions be indulging as well?"
Absolutely.
He just fills around. What about you, lads? Eh? I know Philly's going to be in.
Yeah,
I know the captain's going to be in.
I'll get one.
Yep.
Certainly. He reaches under and gets out 4 wine glasses, and then he tips the wine into each one like seamlessly. Like he begins from the left, just moves it over from the left to the right without getting a drop out of the glasses.
Nice.
Impressive.
Obviously, very practiced hand at this.
Big sip.
Impressed.
Nice.
Yeah, you have a sip of it, and I don't know if like any of your characters are necessarily like wine connoisseurs, but it certainly, like, aside from the typical like bitter taste of alcohol, there is an undeniably like pleasant sensation to it.
Excellent.
Mm.
That's
Imagine.
better than rum.
Oh god, don't get
I
hooked on
should
this stuff, mate. It'll bleed you dry.
I should hope it's better than rum. We wouldn't serve swill like that in here.
Oh, he just like claps claps Philly on the back.
Oh,
Like looks away like rum has its place.
that
Yeah.
sharp tongue
Yeah,
hurt
please
me
don't
in the
use that,
real
mate.
in real life. Right in the feels.
Oh,
Are there many other people in here?
Not as many as you might expect. It seems like they are set up for a lot more people than there are. But the lady at the front did mention that the maitre d' isn't in yet.
Yeah, so we're
So
pretty
this
okay,
is
seems.
this seems like, if you had to guess, it's probably like a 24-hour dealio, more active during like the twilight hours than during the morning.
Excellent.
I'll ask the bartender. Are we a little early for all the when it gets real popular? Yeah.
Well, you're never too early to join the Red Baron Society. However, I would say that yes, if you're hoping to meet the maitre d' to get sworn in, and for the majority of the festivities, then yes, early in the day, there's something so pedestrian about it. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
I do not.
He does not understand.
Well, the morning is for the working man, those who have to break their backs toiling day after day, simply get by in their station.
Oh, what the shit.
Philip looks at his like pretty calloused hands, pretty callous working class hands, like, I see.
The nighttime is when everything comes alive, when men learn to enjoy themselves.
All right. Well, let's have a relaxing time before the festivities. I don't know about you, but I have nothing on all day.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I am in the same boat, so to speak.
Yeah. And that is precisely what you do. Despite the fact that it is like quite a bit of idling. Like surprisingly you find no shortage of things to do. In the time between now and the evening. In the sense that you do find out that there is actually a games room where people are partaking in various games like billiards and various games of cards. There is obviously no limit to the tap at the bar. There is caviar being served as well as very nice delicacies. It seems like no matter how sort of strange the dish looks, as soon as you bite into it, you're like, oh yes, absolutely.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So is there anything in particular you guys want to do in this interim?
Not get too drunk, mainly.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ollie's gonna
that's a
say like a
tough
nice
one.
medium level, just like slightly tipsy. That's about it.
Yeah, a nice buzz.
Yeah.
Mm.
Philip
Surely
is
there's-
like trying to mask how often he doesn't hover around the bar per se, but he's making a lot of visits. He's been going back and forth, but other than that, he'd probably be playing cards.
Like from time to time, he's like, "I'm just gonna go to the bathroom," and then he doesn't.
I have to return
Um,
some videotapes. Be right back.
Ben
I'm gonna
is
play some chess.
Ben will just sort of like, play some games, but he is going to try and like during the day take note of anything that anyone's wearing that could identify them outside of this place.
Ah.
I'm guessing Ollie would have been fine to bring his cigars in air.
What's that? Sorry.
Would Ollie have been fine to bring his cigars in?
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent.
But they have their own cigars.
Yeah, well, Ollie likes his trusted brand. He's loyal like that.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Ben, give me a perception roll, please.
Cool as. Can do as soon as I find the right tab.
Yeah.
Perception. There we go. 17.
Okay. So it takes a little while. A lot of these people are dressed quite uniformly, and presumably that is on purpose. But sometimes you do like catch little glimpses of things, like enamel pins that might be there for sentimental value or belonging to some sort of like brotherhood, perhaps. There are suits that are just kind of cut differently from each other, so that might signify that they were made in different regions. Um, so, like, while you wouldn't necessarily know enough about their craft to know exactly where they're coming from,
Yeah.
if you were to like compare them, then you might be able to say, "Oh, yeah, this one is obviously like a mislight one like mine," or this is from somewhere else."
Cool.
Oh, that sounds from Flaxmere.
Yeah. So if you have a careful enough look, which you do, there are telltale signs, but nothing overt.
Hmm. Sweet.
Cool. Anything else?
Nah, it's me.
Okay. Yeah, as the shadows of the day get longer, though the waiters and whatnot, they begin to go around and light the various light sources in the place. There's a chandelier that flares to life, and yeah, the various rooms have a glow to them now that that reflect just right off the various glass and the like there are ice sculptures and whatnot that don't seem to melt.
Think. They have ice
Fancy.
sculptures that don't melt, yet they still use torchlight and not magical torchlight.
It seems
Hmm.
that way.
Who says it
Interesting.
isn't magical torchlight?
They're turning it on.
Dinner's ready.
Alright, I'll be right in a sec.
It's on the bench.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, and
continue.
that's okay. And then at 7:30 on the dot. What I said 7:30 at 7 o'clock on the dot. There is a bell that goes off, well, like a church bell, but a bit more subdued. And one of the waiters says, "Enter the maitre d'." And the double doors from the lobby open to reveal a very tall gentleman dressed in a red cape around what appears to be like a military dress uniform, the kind that you might see as somebody leading a military funeral with. He's got dark hair that's been parted to the left, and he is wearing a somewhat distinctive mask. I had a reference image at one point. I'm sure I still do.
Have a quick gander. Have a look.
Yeah.
I'll be right
I
back
shall.
while you're looking.
Okay.
Run!
Might not be in my D&D folder. I'm sure I can find it again. It'll be easy, like breaking a toothpick.
Hey.
I'm back.
Okay. It is this one.
Ooh.
I see.
Chris, that's a little morbid. I'm sure this guy's pure of heart and
Kind of cool.
very nice.
It's perfectly fine.
Nothing wrong. And yeah, when I say that this gentleman is very tall, you would estimate from where he's standing, he's probably about 7 foot.
Jesus.
Amazon.
Yeah, he walks over. Like it seems like he knows where the group of you are sitting. As he makes his way over, with his cane sort of like clacking the ground as he goes, and as he reaches you, he pauses for a moment before taking a deep bow, and says, "Welcome, my new friends,
Oh no.
to the Red Baron Society."
Thank
you for
you. It's
inviting us.
nice to meet you.
I'll bow back.
And yourselves. Every time we gain new members, it warms my heart so.
Do you get newcomers often?
Yes, we have rotations every 2 weeks. Not
Good.
everyone is cut out for it, naturally.
Ah. I see.
Now tell me, has everything been to your liking thus far?
Yeah, it's been nice.
I've never experienced anything anything like this before.
Well, it
Ever.
brings me joy that changes today. For you see, you have earned it. That is why you are here, why you've been invited. This is all
Earned it
yours to
here.
enjoy. What was that, sorry?
Earned it here.
Well, by earning prestige, fortune. To us, it doesn't matter how you gain such things, simply that you have gained them. After all, not many men can say that they have elevated to the rank of landowners like yourselves.
I suppose at least you ain't picky.
In a sense. In another, we are quite particular about the caliber of members.
I don't doubt that one bit.
No. And I suppose you're a little curious about the rules I've set in place, yes?
That was going to be my next question, yeah?
Oh, excellent. Do you mind if I have a seat?
Go for it, mate.
Yeah, he pulls one up, and he, as he sits down, his very large frame sort of hulked over his cane a bit, as he pushes it into the ground, looks at each of you and says, "Well, our society is underpinned by two rules, and two rules only. The first one you're already quite familiar with, that your names and your faces must be suppressed at all times. See, I've been to many occasions like this, outside of the society, and it seems that every time it turns into games of blackmail, politics.
That all makes sense. You have a whole bunch of rich people in one room, they're all going to start arguing.
Yes, can be a pit of vipers. And I didn't want that for my fellow brethren. I wanted the opportunity for us to enjoy what we have earned without having to worry about such things, and that is why I put the second rule in place. The second rule is that you must never engage in any dealings with any members, gold or otherwise.
Does that make
So-
sense? Yeah.
Keep business out, essentially.
Indeed.
British.
By all means, discuss. By all means, gather. Camaraderie is important, but you are not to trade.
Interesting. I take it these rules have had the desired effect you were after?
Why, certainly. Undoubtedly.
Just for my sake, is he 7 feet tall and like lanky and spindly, or like 7 feet tall and like also
Yeah.
pretty wide?
He's not like you can see his bones kind of skinny, but he is
He's built
thin.
for his size.
Okay.
Yeah, he
So
is like he isn't disproportional, but he is thin.
Okay, something like in the lankier side than like the fucking monstrous side.
Yeah, closer to lanky than hulking. But yeah, he does have a big frame.
Hmm.
Hmm.
As,
Regardless. Yeah, what's that? What are you gonna say?
as he's talking to us, are there many people like looking over?
The people in your immediate vicinity, like in the chairs around you, seem to be. But it's all like politely onlooking rather than ogling.
See.
Sort of like it's sort of like when the favorite uncle comes in and starts like talking to the children or whatever,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you find out about us? I don't think we were that well known.
Well, suffice it to say that I have my methods. I would not have been able to establish such a society if I did not know things.
Well, that makes sense, I suppose. Thank you for indulging me.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
It is entirely possible that I'm the only one in this room that knows who you are. But that's quite alright. I reserve that right.
It'd be a bit weird if you didn't know who we were.
Quite. Regardless, I think that now that you know the rules, if you simply follow them, as well as the general laws of the land, obviously murder, fighting, stealing are not tolerated.
Understandable.
Naturally.
As long as you
Benedikt nervously
follow
sweats.
as long as you
Yusheil's-
follow those, then I think I'm quite comfortable inducting you into the Red Baron Society.
Excellent. Wait, that's it? Are we in? Like that?
You are in.
No. Wow.
No, despite our appearances, there really is no need for grand ceremony after all. Putting you on a pedestal somewhat defeats the purpose, does it not?
It does. Yes.
No, we are all equal in this room. I do hope you enjoy.
No doubt
I
that we will.
As I mentioned previously, we induct new members on a 2-weekly cycle, but you are welcome to come to the Crimson Oak whenever you wish.
I'll keep that in mind.
And if you require anything, you have but to ask.
Good to know.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. It's all mine. Now, the lovely lady at the front has informed me that you have been here since the morning.
We certainly have.
Yes, we have been here most of the day.
Yes, well, you are more than welcome to rest here if you so desire. Otherwise, well, the festivities continue through the night.
Interesting. Thank you.
I have a cheeky question.
Oh?
In the cipher note, you mentioned persona non grata.
Yes.
Was that just with the society itself? Just
It
curious.
depends on the gravity
Like
of your indiscretion.
if we did not arrive. Obviously, we're here, so no problem with that. But I was just
No, if you are not to arrive, you simply. We might have been a little offended, a little disappointed, but there wouldn't have been any consequences. No, if you break one of the rules, then you shall be expelled from the society and have no further ties with us. If you were to break both of our rules simultaneously, then that would have far-reaching consequences.
no. Try not to break any of Hyde's Pokemon cards he just traded recently.
Bloody hell.
Thank you for
And
your
it might-
time.
My pleasure. You might now think that expulsion from our society is not such a big punishment, but we've found that once people have tasted of the fruits of Eden, Well, I'm sure you know the rest.
Indeed.
Regardless, as Maitre D, I do have other duties. I cannot chat as much as I would like to. But welcome once again.
Thank you.
He offers a polite grin and gets up from his chair and walks lithely away.
As soon as he's out of earshot, Philip lets out a huge sigh of relief.
Bit intimidating.
kind of scary, isn't he?
No, I think you're just a bit of a coward.
Just the whole intimidation factor is huge.
Did?
I think so. Did you not feel that? The
No.
vibe?
No. He seemed nice.
Well, he does seem nice, but I mean, it's a pressure, you know? Like a pressure about him.
Someone a bit scared
Not
of a person
scared,
bigger
just-
than him.
No. I'm not used to being, well, not especially tall or anything. It's not unheard of, but
I was gonna say, you're not the tallest dude.
no, not even close, I don't think.
We gotta do something.
Way ahead of you.
Not just drinking by ourselves.
Ah.
Because we've kind of just been hanging to ourselves the entire time.
Then we should go talk to people? Like, meet
I get up
others?
and I just get up and start looking around for someone who seems like they'd be interested in a conversation.
Oh, you've been meeting various people throughout the day.
Yeah, but it's been probably real casual, like nothing too serious or anything. Not serious, but like, quiet. Nothing major. Or
Okay.
I'm gonna find someone who seems to be looking for maybe someone that stands out. I don't know.
All right. Give me an insight roll.
Sure thing. Ugh.
Yeah, you have a look around, like for people who are sort of already in a group, and you do see a gaggle of about 6 people who are lounging. They all have drinks in their hands, and they seem to be talking quite fervently about something. You go over, and they all sort of like cease their conversation and say, well, one of them says, "This is a private affair."
Apology. And I'll walk off. Defeated and deflated. And I'll go sit down with the others again, like I fucked up.
As soon as the
Already?
Baron, as soon as the maitre d' left, I was just fucking like, Ben just looks like really nervous and fidgety. Just,
She wasn't the only one.
Alright there, mate. You're looking a bit sweaty.
we'll talk about it
You're
later.
rivaling Philip there in terms of sogginess.
What did you say, Kels?
Rivaling the captain there in terms of sogginess.
Like, he looks a mixture of like, it's like frustration, anger, and like a bit of fear.
That's a lot going on.
Negative emotions. Yes. Is that it for the night?
I believe so.
It would seem that way. Nothing else important to do.
Yeah. Just get a little bit more drunk. But not disrespectfully so.
Yeah.
You don't
But
want
I'll
to get
be-
too drunk that your mask falls off.
Yeah.
One more
But-
glass of wine.
That failed conversation has really deflated him. It's like an introvert going up to a bunch of extroverts, and we all know how that's like.
Yes. Yeah, and the fact that like kind of the worst case scenario happened.
Yeah.
Hey, on the bright
Yeah.
side, no one knows who you are.
Yeah. I mean, then again, I am like the only Genasi here.
That is true.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Wait, what?
Incorrect.
Am I the only fire Genasi here?
You're one of probably like 2 or 3.
Oh my god, there's other fire Genasi?
Yeah, like Genasi aren't like super uncommon. They're less common than the other races, but they're not like they're
Is
not
it-
unusual.
This is the first Genasi he's seen. Besides himself, when looking in the mirror. Guess they're all
Like,
rich and
Genasi
high
on the map.
society.
Hmm.
Hmm. Huh. What are they doing?
They're mingling. They're yeah, there are well, there are men and women obviously, and they're each doing their own thing. There's one at the bar for a little while that you see. There's another in a gaggle.
Hmm. Interesting.
One sets the poker table on fire. You know how it
Ah, yeah. I'll join in on the setting the Pokemon that table on fire.
is.
Bit of a cultural thing, you know.
Yeah. This is how we say hello.
Cast burning hands.
I'm like burning friends.
Burning each other's face off is how fire Genasi say hello. 3rd degree burns. It's the only way.
I mean, if you're a true Genasi, you won't get third degree burn. You won't get any burn.
Yeah,
Off
you're
the
just
bat.
making sure that they're real Genasi and not like it's not just makeup.
Yeah, exactly. They're not just doing blackface or anything. Well, I guess that's all I want to do.
Cool.
Yeah, I think no, Philip will actually stay up and linger like at the bar, just like drinking a good bit more before going to bed.
Okay. Give me a constitution save.
All right, normal roll. Sure. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
It's made to be drunk in high
Oh, boy.
quantities. Oh god.
A lot of the
Drinking
time,
contest?
like a lot of the time, you feel fine. You feel good. Not a problem. It's only when you stand up off your stool that all of a sudden the world flips 45 degrees.
Oh.
Oh, dude, think you're drunk too much there.
No. No.
No, I'll sit him back down. Like, all right, then let's have some more, eh?
No, actually, I probably have actually had enough in my opinion. I
So you have
Mid
had a bit too
sentence
much.
with gag reflex triggers.
ugh.
Oh no, no, don't do it. No, hold it in.
Well, I'm not going to. I'm not like a kid or something.
Another heave.
I step away.
I think it's high time I stand up and I go to bed. And
Absolutely.
this time, like more ready for it, I stand up.
Yeah, you're pretty unsteady on your feet, but you don't like almost fall over again. You just yeah. Make your way nice and carefully. Or do you? Give me a perception roll.
Perception, you say? Well,
Yeah,
I had on my time in the crow's nest.
at disadvantage.
Oh, that's not good. 8.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You do take the wrong route, but you do realize your mistake before you go too far. And so yeah, you make your way back over, and there is like a resting area where like they aren't proper beds, but there are very fine like blankets and silk pillows on the ground. And yeah, you lie down. It feels like a bed. It feels cozy.
Alright, then a bed it shall be. I burrito up.
He
Yeah.
drank a lot pretty quickly, I must say. What's it, like 8 o'clock now? That was, from kind of tipsy to completely out of it in an hour.
It
Damn.
would be like 11 at this point.
Okay. Okay, that's a bit better. That's 4 hours.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to drink a bit? So you can have a
Nope.
bit of a no?
Nah, I'm done for the night, eh?
What's up with you, man? As I nod towards Benedikt.
We'll talk about it
Yeah,
later.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna grab a drink and head off. So I'll grab one last drink for the night. And
As soon as the Maitre D left, I just stopped drinking. I was just fuming. Just trying to act natural, but failing at it miserably.
Like, I'm too angry to drink. Like someone offers you one and you try to drink.
Yeah,
it,
I
but
try,
your
I
voice,
try,
like, crushes the glass.
I pick up and break the stem, like, fuck.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Don't know my own strength.
You just grab the wine and throw it in Yusheil's face immediately.
Drink this. In this universe, glass is a verb.
Yeah. What do you mean in this universe? In all of them. Well, that's the way it should be. Unfortunately, some cultures don't know what it means to glass a cunt.
We should educate the Americans.
Bloody hell.
We should educate them by glassing them.
Of course. Practical demonstration. It's the best way to teach someone something.
Yeah. If it's not sinking in, use glass a
Push
cunt.
a little harder.
Yeah, with something else.
Use a bat to just drive it in further.
You just take the glass to the end of the bat as they're watching you.
Whack!
Yeah. How horrendous. Okay. Yeah, well, you guys all have a long rest. A nice rest.
Yeah.
A luxurious sleep.
Yeah. Philip, give me another con save, please.
Okay. Normal roll. Damn, all these rolls today. Brutal.
Ain't so good. Yeah,
In
you
fact,
wake
it's
up
the
feeling fairly horrendous.
Yeah.
Not to the point where you're like disabled, but you're just like, man, I'd rather not be awake right now.
Well, if that's the case, I wake up and I'm away from the party, right? There's no one inside.
Oh, like you have a look around the room and you can see that the others have taken up various sleeping positions.
Oh, okay, so they are nearby. I just shut my eyes and lie down as long as I'm physically able to or allowed to.
Yeah. With each heartbeat, you can feel shooting pains up your head. And you're like, oh.
You don't
But it does get a
lose it.
little bit better as time passes. At one point, a waiter comes by and puts a goblet of water next to where you're lying.
Philip, like, bleary eyes, just like, my savior.
Of course.
He nods
Right.
politely, continues on his way. And yeah, after a little while, you all wake up. It's the dawn of a new day.
Hmm.
What was up with you yesterday then, Benny?
Are we still in the society?
Yeah, you're still in the building.
Yeah.
Wait until we get out.
Yeah.
You're
Alright.
welcome to leave whenever you wish.
So basically, they do introductory things every 2 weeks, but it's open 24/7 for people just to
Correct.
come. Okay.
Yeah, you can indulge whenever you wish.
I'm kind of imagining like the gentleman's club from like Sherlock Holmes. If you know what I mean.
I'm not familiar with that, but
It's basically all the
yeah.
rich people go there and read newspapers and drink scotch.
More or less, yeah. It's a place for the rich people to enjoy the fine things in life
Sophisticated.
without like the responsibilities of being a rich person.
Like when presidents go and play golf.
Yeah.
Golf, not like
Fucking
bad
golf.
game.
Yeah. The objective of golf is to play as little golf as possible.
Indeed.
Any more dishes?
Or alternatively, golf is a good walk ruined.
It is. Except,
Also a
Hmm.
fucking waste of space.
I know someone who would disagree with us, though.
Who?
Was it?
Who would disagree with
Alternatively,
us?
Oh, my
yeah,
sister's
who-
boyfriend is a golfer.
Yeah, but he's wrong, so it's fine.
yeah, he is objectively wrong. I was gonna say alternatively, golf is gay.
Mm.
I would agree. Well, they're kind of a disservice to gay people.
It is.
I mean, gay
Yeah.
people are way more space and water efficient than golf. I don't think.
Yeah,
there's
that is
kind
my
of
main
comparison.
problem with golf. Like, I am less mad at mini golf than I am at normal golf, simply because it takes up less fucking space and wastes less water.
Yeah. And the type of people that go mini golfing are typically more tolerable than the people who go golfing.
They take it
Yeah.
considerably less seriously.
Yeah. They're like, oh,
Well,
this is a nice fun activity.
You go mini golf and you get handed like a shitty club that's like 2 feet too short for you, and you deal with it. You go normal golfing, they fucking like spend thousands of dollars on metal poles. It's like, what are you doing with your life?
Anyway, that concludes our bash and golf segment. We'll be back next session.
Yeah.
Back
Fuck
to
golf, by
Dungeons
the way.
and Dragons. Agreed.
I'm just messing with my spells a bit. I don't know what I'm gonna change yet, but I am changing some.
Yeah, no worries. You sit cross-legged on the floor, just organizing your various components.
I need to like
It's
pull
like
up the whole fucking list.
I say components. You use a holy symbol, but it doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Just fucking reading my like embalming guide, which is like
Yeah.
my holy text. This book doesn't have any answers.
My magic power comes from studying corpses and formaldehyde.
Nice.
Huffing formaldehyde.
But yeah, while Benedikt's doing that, What's the plan at large, friends?
Question. That was kind of the last, like, immediately pressing thing.
I just want to know what crawled up Benny's ass and made him so angry.
I guess you got to leave for that to happen.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
head out.
I reckon
Wait,
it's-
5 more minutes, please. This is so comfortable.
Come on, up you get.
Oh no!
I just like grab him by the forearm and start dragging him.
He has a strong grip.
No, boomer strength.
I just
Okay.
drop him and just continue walking.
No, the strength of a hard day's labor. Ah.
Philip does like slowly rise to his feet.
Rise from your grave.
Have a good night there, buddy.
Well, I did till I woke up.
Alright. Well, hope you're ready to leave.
Yeah, I should be alright.
Right,
Yeah.
create.
3 of you walk out fairly alert. 1 of you walks out a
Barely
bit like
alive.
a zombie.
I'm sorry, but that means I have to kill you.
It is a part of my order. Part of my tenets. Yeah, as you walk out, the receptionist says, "I do hope you return."
No,
I
no,
don't
He
think
sure-
you've seen The Last of Us. Ouch.
She offers a polite wave from the wrist, kind of like the queen.
no.
How prim and proper.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I get to pick that one. I do not get to pick that one.
And you emerge into the crisp morning air of Hyrae, the human capital.
Where to now, let's?
Do we want to head to the Angel Embassy? Do they have a job for us?
They
Do
would
we have
probably
anything?
contact us if they needed us, I think.
Fair. Do we have anything
So-
else to do?
That's all I'm about to say. There's not much pressing matters at foot hand.
Gentle repose is always
Foot-hand.
preferred. Definitely don't want to unprepare lesser restoration. It's like the one cleric spell. Let's get rid of that one. Alright. So I got rid of banishment for now, and I got rid of blindness, deafness.
You got rid of blindness, deafness, or you took it? I didn't hear the first
Got
bit.
rid of it
Ah,
for now. I mean, like, I'm a fucking cleric, so I can always take it again.
yeah. There's no
Oh.
fucking, like, warlock commitment.
Yeah.
By
That's the part
crikey.
about this that I'm enjoying. The limited spell list is the problem. But the
Where do we even demask? You can't really walk all the way to the embassy like this, I don't think.
Stop by the temple, get into our usual garb, then head out.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, that sounds fine to me.
I'm gonna
As long as you
pick
can put one foot in front of the other.
I shouldn't have too much trouble. Although, while I'm at the entrance, I have a look around for anyone, like, potentially watching the comings and goings of this place. It doesn't, like, look like someone associated, you know?
Someone associated with the society
Yeah, yeah.
that we live in. Yeah. Give me a perception roll.
A roll to
16.
You have a look around, and while there aren't there aren't a lot of people here, so it's fairly easy to suss out kind of what's happening. And like it seems mostly like people just going about their business, but occasionally people do sort of shoot furtive glances at the door. You don't know if they're looking at it because they've been asked to, because of the weird reputation that the Crimson Oak has. It could be just about anything, but you do
could-
notice it.
We could probably just duck down an alleyway, take off the stuff, and get on our ways.
That's also an option, but I mean, if you get to the temple, it's already like right next to the embassy. We might as well just, walk all the way.
Okay.
And I would walk 1,400 feet.
And I would walk 1,400 more.
Just to
To
be
be the
the
man who walked
280.
Wait, that's right. 2,800 feet just to fall down at your door.
Door.
You're like singing it to Ula. He's like, "What the fuck happened to you?"
To the temple.
Yeah. Through the bustling streets of morning High-Wraith as once again people get ready to go to work. People are rolling out their roadside stalls and whatnot.
Excellent.
Peasantry.
And yeah, you enter into the temple farthing where various people in the priesthood, the clergy, acolytes and whatnot are wandering about. And yeah, you wander up to the increasingly familiar sight of of Ula's place.
A man, Ula.
Ula.
La.
La.
Ooh la la.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it doesn't seem like Ula is in currently.
Okay. Oh, also, is there still that tension with the street that we had when we first walked in?
Yeah. It's it's hard to pinpoint. I mean, I'd say really only Ben knows what it is.
I see. I'm excluded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wisdom thing. You wouldn't understand.
I'm wise.
I'm average.
Why'd you sound so proud of that?
I'm
not.
average.
I mean, I'm not unwise.
When you think about it, all of us have 2 arms, yeah?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That means that statistically we have more arms than average.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Sure.
do.
That's true.
Except you never know. There might be a
You
couple
right.
people that might have 3 arms as well.
I guess so, but there'd only be a couple.
I don't know. How many people come from Chernobyl?
A lot of them are dead.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think many people come from Chernobyl, especially not now.
Well,
No.
whose
I
parents
think-
came from Chernobyl? I mean, because the radiation would pass along in generations, sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, probably no one.
What's a Chernobyl?
I don't want no nuclear radiation in my D&D.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is that a
who's
personal attack against Kelton?
Yeah.
Kelton never said it was nuclear radiation.
True.
This is true.
Oh, it's just radiation.
Although he did use a big nuclear waste symbol.
Well, I mean, that's because it gets that you know what that means.
Yeah, I know.
That means it's radioactive.
I don't like that
I
song.
love that song.
I punch with the power of nukes in that game. It's great.
Boom.
Yeah. But yeah, you can still enter the temple.
Cool.
I'll just invade. Bang the fucking door down.
Oh. Like Ben moves a flower pot and there's a key. Old habits die hard.
Mm.
Old dies, habit hard.
There's like an elaborate padlock, and you have to answer like a really simple question to get in.
What is the music of
Silence.
Is Club 20?
life? Backstreet Boys.
It's just I want it that way.
Those demon doors are the main reason I fucking kill all the goddamn Dark Brotherhood. Fucking
It is
dweebs.
pretty fucking edgy.
It's so itchy. My god.
I go
It
find
is objectively better to do their quest line though, because you get substantive rewards.
It's a matter of principle, though. I can't be bought with money, unless it's 10,000 money for killing all of them.
Nah,
Or
if
the
I'm
principle helps.
if I'm playing a character who I figure in my mind like wouldn't join the Dark Brotherhood, I do wipe them out.
Good.
Kill
It's fun.
them.
You monster.
Be the murderers! Anyway, we're at the temple. Let's get undressed.
You change
And
into your
redressed.
real clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Where should we
Cool.
store this, like, fancy dress stuff? Should we leave it here and just...
I
You
put
rough-
mine in my bag of holding.
Yeah, you roughly
Yeah.
cram it into your bag so that it gets creases.
Classic.
We will not let in ruffians who do not own an iron. Be gone with you.
Irons
But
haven't
it's-
been invented yet.
But it's the
Well, I
style
suppose-
from where I'm from, you racist.
Where we're from, it's a sign of respect to cram your clothes into your bag.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna fly.
Yeah, he's half goblin. That's where it came from. Well, a 16th goblin.
So
It's
yeah,
any-
you all look like yourselves again.
Indeed.
Whew. Philip, like, uncombs his hair and messes it the fuck up. How... Not messes it up. Doesn't get, like, doesn't... Not Crassius messy. He
So,
misaligns it.
Benedikt,
Mm-hmm.
what was that about?
He was undead.
Wait.
Oh,
No, but he was alive right there in front of us.
Yeah, he was undead.
But yet, skin? I thought they had to be, like, decaying and...
There's
Ghost.
many different types of undead.
ooh, vampire?
That was my original thought, but it could be something else.
Lich?
That could be worse.
Ooh,
Now, liches surely
Fun.
don't have, like, the whole skin thing going on.
magic,
heard-
dude, magic.
I've
There's
heard lich
a spell that
stories.
even I can cast that can prevent decay.
Oh. Oh, okay.
It's
We
only
use
a
it
level
in
2 spell slot.
the richer folk. They like to be showing off before they're buried or burnt.
Hmm.
Are you sure he was undead? How do you know? It's like the...
Because
He
I'm a
gets
Doomguide.
shitrous. Yeah, that one, shitrous.
No, I could see it.
Huh?
It's like I can see auras.
Oh, so it's not the smell.
And he had a dead guy order.
I noticed that I could do it once we went into the fugue plane. Once we got out. When we got that big burst of power, I noticed that I could do it.
Oh.
Oh, it's going to bode well, eh?
All the ghouls seemed to like glow.
Damn.
As well as the zombies that we fought in the dock ward.
Because, I mean, till then, you look at a zombie and it's like, a zombie,
Well,
it's not like it's...
Admittedly,
hidden.
zombies are pretty easy to spot, but
Exactly, but this time,
there are sneakier folk.
apparently there are.
Although I believe it is a little bit more helpful than just that, seeing as I could see the zombies even when it was dark, so that was helpful.
All right. Well, that definitely says it.
Yep.
Dude's undead. All right.
I didn't notice anyone else in the room that was,
No.
Okay, cool.
Interesting.
What does that mean? I mean,
Well, his ability to know that, like, who we are, that could point to Spellcaster, which could point to Lich. But that doesn't mean, you know, vampires live a very long time, they can learn the arcane arts.
Well, they
That's
ain't doing anything
terrifying.
harmful so far.
Well, I
That we know
suspect
of,
they
at least.
wouldn't be completely fond of the fact that there is a very powerful undead working in their city, but I think they have their priorities set elsewhere. We could always ask them, though. My main concern is what is his angle? What is his goal?
Why does he have to have one?
Everyone has an angle and a goal.
Yeah, one of those is just to live lavishly, eh?
aren't undead like generally bad?
Yeah. Usually.
Always.
Hmm.
It's like when you said
Just
usually,
admire
like
life.
when you said usually, yeah, they're usually bad. Like Ben just like gives you the evils. Like, what are you talking about? They are always.
I don't know. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. You never know. It could be a good one.
No, they can't be. By definition alone.
Uh-huh.
I'd say, Ben, you would know enough to know that, like, there is such thing as a point of no return in necromancy, where, like, the magic just begins to just corrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
You basically have to lose part of your soul to gain their abilities, so, yeah. The kinds of people who make zombies are never benevolent.
See, here's the thing. Like, even if that wasn't the case, from my perspective, that is the case.
Yeah, of course.
He doesn't care the reasoning for doing it. It's just that you did it. Granted, there are some necromantic spells that don't, I would say, wouldn't call upon those darker powers. Like
Gentle
life
repose.
transference, gentle repose, yeah.
What's it? Spare the dying is, I think, necromantic.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, all healing magic should be necromantic because it is dealing with life and death.
Mm.
But my argument for why I'm okay with, like, what is it called? Life transference is because it's my own life that I'm sacrificing.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Well, how about we get back to the embassy then, eh?
Yeah. Give it
Yeah.
a cheeky easy if they got a job for it.
And even just to check up on, the progress and whatnot. And, of
away
course,
we go.
check on some things. Let's go.
Cool.
Okay. You folks head over a whopping 1 block away to the embassy.
Picking puffed after that.
Yeah, to the large gilded building. The gilding.
Hmm.
And yeah, you may remember that since after a certain point in the last season, the embassy was a fair bit more guarded by divas in full armor,
Ah.
and that hasn't changed. Yeah, so you walk past the guards that are posted into the foyer area. At which point, Kelly, the reception lady, looks up and says, "Oh, hi.
Hello. How's it going?
Well, all things considered, you aren't expected back for some time."
I was in town and thought we'd come and pass, see if there's anything interesting.
Well, I wouldn't know, but you're welcome to go and see.
Right, all then, I think we will. It has been a while.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll just let him know you're here. All right, you can go up.
Excellent.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And yourself.
Will do. Head up.
Office Jesus.
Yeah. We'll give them an introduction to our new friend.
Yeah. Also pretty important.
Yeah, you go on up the steps and across the hallway to the large doors of Varmiel's office. Do you knock or do you enter?
No.
We knock. We are courteous.
And polite.
Enter.
I
We
am.
enter.
Varmiel is sitting in behind his desk, and you can see from the various writing implements that he was in the middle of a letter.
Ah,
Hello.
Greetings. We hadn't expected you back for some time.
No, it
Sure.
was.
but it has been a while, and there's someone you ought to meet if the timing isn't off. You do seem kind of busy.
If the timing was off, I wouldn't have allowed you up here.
Good point.
Now, who is this?
This here is a new companion of ours. His name's Ollie.
How are you?
So, Oliver for long.
I should hope he can introduce himself.
I can. I said be polite to him for himself.
Sure. He gives a little like tip of the brim of his hat and says, "Just call me Fitzroy."
Fitzroy. Very well. I'm Varmiel Haroth. I am the Primus Solus of this embassy.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, well, that remains to be seen. Do you know what we do?
Well, if the lads are anything to go by, you help and protect against the incursions coming from the void, gathering allies and whatnot.
That is our primary purpose here, yes. We're also heavily inducted into the government here, so we share a certain amount of the burden of the day-to-day dealings.
Suppose that makes sense, eh?
The work that your friends are doing, it's incredibly sensitive, and I'm afraid we can't afford unknown quantities. So you will be held to the same standard.
Wouldn't expect any less.
Very good, as long as you understand that.
Gives
I
another
suspect
nod.
we shan't have any problems.
Can't imagine we will either.
Your timing is actually rather fortuitous, because I was just in the middle of informing you that we've found what is. There's a 95% probability that a fire gate is going to open in this region.
Ooh.
But when you say this region, what kind of uh terrain are we looking at here?
Well, not Kanamon specifically. It's across the border in Astaria.
Oh yeah.
Astaria.
Yes. It's outside of my jurisdiction, but our order does have a presence there, albeit somewhat smaller.
Oh, so they'll be handed off to someone else for a little while.
Well, if there are any consequences for your actions, they shall be dealing them. You
Well,
still answer to me.
Ah, I
Would,
see.
wouldn't we be just like, crossing the border, then go and find the gate and heading in, not necessarily going into any of the major cities?
Correct.
So unless someone goes on an alcoholic drinking spree and causes chaos, I don't think we'd have any problem.
Mortals are rather unpredictable.
True.
As we are.
And irrational.
Frankly, that may be exactly what we need.
Woo! We're special. Alright. So point out where we're going, we can head there. I'm down to do something. I'm itching to do something.
All right. He he gets his quill and he marks a region on the map. I will put you back on the map. Zoom out. The entrance is here.
Ah, a bit. Of course.
I
Okay.
had it hidden.
Well, that's okay.
I know
Now.
the way. Ooh, go on.
I am going to boldly assume that none of you have seen a gate to the fire plane before.
That's I have.
Nope.
Don't think so.
They are perilous. Not insurmountable, but very perilous. They are wild things. They let the plane in as much as they allow access.
But you say it's going to be warm.
It's going to be warm and it's going to be defended by denizens of the plane. Well, not so much defended as habited.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, and when the plane leaves, does the gate disappears and they just sucked back up with it and off on their way?
Blurb.
It leaves a fair bit of damage, but nothing that nature can't reclaim.
Well, that's good to hear.
Of course, it largely depends on the caliber of the gate, but we haven't had a severe one in several centuries.
Sounds like we're overdue.
Is this one a severe one or nah?
Oh, we have no way of telling.
Okay.
We only know the location.
Alright. Well, shall we
The-
head off?
Even then, it may take some sleuthing. We only know the general area.
Ah, yeah.
Of course,
Hey,
you should just be able to follow the column of smoke.
Fair. I was going to say, Ollie, could you do some scouting and stuff like that? Would you find it easily? But if there's a column of smoke, I'm sure anyone could find it.
Yeah, pretty much.
We suspect it'll open in around about 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's about the time it'd take us to get there, right?
Yes, fortunately.
Perfect timing.
Yes. Quite perfect.
What do you think, Ben? Been quiet.
I'm always quiet.
I know.
You've been quiet.
Uh,
I'm mainly thinking about other things, but I'm obviously going to come along.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Is your
It's-
fortress coming along well?
It is.
Indeed.
Have you christened it yet?
Like a
Chris.
name?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Not quite. It's kind of been calling it the fort or fort something. We haven't exactly settled. It's a big decision.
It's worth considering. It did have a name once, but well, considering the fate that it befell, it might be bad luck to keep it.
Yes, and I mean, if we choose a different name for it, it's already established, it wouldn't surely be ours. We just keep borrowing it from the past. Wait a second. There was a fort? Oh, no, there was a fort. That's how you saw it from the... Alright.
Mm.
I rescind that.
The orc
Surprise.
names.
Yes. Well, we have 2 weeks of walking ahead of us. That's a lot of time to think.
Yeah.
On my word, we'll have something before we get back.
It's not that I'm pressuring you, just that it keeps up a professional precedent.
Well, without a
Fair.
certain outside force of pressure, things like that tend to fall by the wayside and get put off.
As an administrator, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
All right. Well, this was a good catch up.
Oh, and just one more thing. I urge you to travel with caution. Supposedly, travelers around the border have been disappearing.
Oh,
Interesting.
I doubt it's
In-
anything you can't handle, but if it were to catch you off guard, well, who knows?
Exactly, it pays to be wary.
Indeed. Now that be all.
Now, one more question. Uh, how are you?
He looks at you like not annoyed, but like a bit confused. Like almost like he didn't really understand what you said. And then he looks back down at his paper and says, "All right. There's a lot to do, and running out of time to do it.
I see. As okay as we can be under the circumstances. I get it.
But my
That's
faith is
okay.
unshaken.
That is good to hear. That was all I had.
Thank you."
I see you in a few weeks if we don't use the book sooner.
Yes. Take care in the fire plane.
Will do. With that,
interesting.
And don't come back until you have a solid answer.
okay.
The solid answer, Chris, as in like that they will help us or they won't, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So what was the protocol if they said no to helping?
Kill them.
Kill them?
Yeah, you basically have to.
Eliminate the threat in one way or another.
Yeah, you have to do anything it takes to make sure that they're not going to support the enemy.
Okay.
So it's basically join us, stay out of our way, or
die.
Die. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
even
for
then,
one,
you aren't allowed to just assume that they're going to
yeah,
not interfere.
Hmm.
like if we came across a bunch of stone giants and they were all in like a hippie commune, then we could probably like judge that as a very low threat and probably leave them as they be.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like fire giants, that's a different story. Basically, we have to either convince them to join us or kill them.
Or delete all future gates from forming ever.
Oh boy.
Just seal them away there.
But that
Seal
also
off an
seals
entire
off.
plane.
Yeah, but that also seals off all the other denizens of that plane that could possibly be allies.
Bah.
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 Bum,
Fuck.
bum, bum.
No, that'd be better allies than fire giants are as being an enemy force, which is that's scary, man.
It is.
Ice giants ain't shit.
This shit's spooky.
I would say that ice giants are fairly formidable, but I mean, Keys kind of destroyed that illusion.
Almost one shot that fuck.
He
Or did
delivered
he
2
actually
critical
one-shot it?
strikes in a
Yeah,
row
there
on
we
that
go.
illusion.
Deleted its
banged
hopes
it.
and dreams.
Yeah.
Deleted him from fucking existence.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
time
use
to-
the lure, so I'll
Okay.
be right back.
Okay.
Well, time to fucking gear
Do
up
it.
for 2 weeks of travel.
Do any of you know the name
Yeah.
of Coatl off the top of your heads?
Dave.
Give me a minute.
Because I tried to look for the letter in the
Yes.
Cool. What is it?
Lewis.
Dretha.
How is that spelled?
D-R-E-T-H-A.
Lord.
Sanchez.
T-H-A.
No, D-R-E-T-H-A.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to send her a message and see if we can accommodate more workers.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I wrote out a sentence and it was exactly 25 words.
Well done. You
Bless him.
fuck.
Like I counted it after the fact and it was exactly 25. But I am about to change it slightly, so
I'm gonna check when dinner is, because I do have to head out when that happens. Supposed to be a family dinner.
Oh
So
boy.
I'll be gone for like 30 minutes. You know, just past
Ooh.
7 now, so I think it'll be happening shortly, so I'm just gonna go check. I'll be back. I'll also do the
I think that's exactly 25 still. I just changed the wording. Instead of are we in need, are we able to accommodate?
That's a bit of wording, yeah.
Yeah. Hey there, Dret. Ben here. Are we able to accommodate more workers? Because I might have found a small workforce that has been displaced. And I will be right back now. Huzzah!
I am this close to fetching my ice cream.
So do it.
That's the point where there's like one bowl left in the container, and thus the container becomes the bowl.
Potatoes always the ball.
Oh, you just fucking grab the whole bitch to your desk and just fucking take a few scoops out of it.
Yeah,
Wait, really?
yeah.
Huh.
What?
I don't know. I've never heard of someone doing that.
How have you not?
Because you gotta like put it back and stuff, and your ice cream
I
is gonna
have a
melt
freezer in my
on its own.
room, you fuck.
I looked at a mini fridge.
Have it in front of me as we speak. Iced creams.
I thought it was a mini fridge.
It has a little freezer at the top. Fuck.
How? It's already mini.
Hello.
Hello.
I can't do it.
Damn.
Oh. Now I feel bad, except I don't.
What's this?
Hey, how you going?
I'm not too good.
You what?
I'm not too good.
Why not?
Uh,
Yeah, that's it.
I wouldn't normally say.
What do you want me to say, eh? Tony Lazuldo.
Tony Lazzulo. Tony Lazzulo's behind this?
Know what they say in the mafia? If you're over 40 feet back, you ain't suspicious.
Hey, Peter.
I don't actually like that.
I'm reprising my role as Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
It was
Straight
quite
up.
funny, like when we were in that Red Baron place. As soon as he described fucking the Baron himself, I'm just like, brings open Discord, typing to Chris like. My exact wording to Chris was he undead? Because I don't want my wild speculation to influence the group.
I mean, you should have anyway.
Huh?
You should have anyway, whether you knew for sure. It would be like a cool like story turn. Like shit. You're just going off your fucking schizo conspiracy theories.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been the right time to like just reveal that in front of everyone though.
Well, it's not like not an immediate moment. Yeah, God no.
I think it like holding back describing his frustration and anger was more in character.
Mm. Absolutely, he wouldn't be that outspoken to be like, "Hoy, you're indeed."
Don't get me wrong, that's what he wanted to do, but he didn't have a sword.
Yeah.
On guard.
It would have just been like, okay, bond of fatal touch. Let's see how many of these you can accept, bitch.
Turns out that's the
Has
only
been.
reason you're not allowed weapons in there. He doesn't want people to attack him.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to accidentally invite a Doomguide to his fucking party and get killed.
I'm now just
What's your
imagining.
policy on paladins?
My ice cream is like the perfect amount of frozen and like kind of thawed that it's almost like eating fudge and it's fucking awesome.
Oh, I love when that happens.
I always used to be a really plain ice cream person. And then I bought like a really expensive like pint of ice cream that had like fucking like actual fudge in it.
So good.
Oh,
That's
this is shit.
fucked.
It was so good.
So goddamn, the laser collection used to fucking literally make me cry laughing. Like I couldn't breathe and watch it. It was a choice I had to make. And now it's just like the least funny thing imaginable.
That is like
So
the
the
best praise you
exception-
that's the best praise you can give to any like comedy routine or fucking movie or something, because when you actually have to like you have to pause it so that you can not die.
Yeah.
If I don't pause it now, I'm going to choke and die. I need to stop. I need to recover. Man, candy popcorn is the best.
Salted caramel popcorn is fucking good.
I have like the fruity natural flavored popcorn which tastes like chemicals. So I don't see that. And caramel popcorn. It isn't
That's some
salted.
good shit. Like oddly enough, all flavored popcorn is really good. Like it's weird. I never think to buy it, but whenever it's available to me, I fucking like
Never
inhale
disappointed
it.
it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I got like the pop and go stuff, so like the pretty like traditional stuff. But there's this
Sweet.
one brand that you can get in the supermarket that it don't like. Unfortunately, it only comes in really small bags, but it's like it's almost like they infuse the flavor into the actual popcorn rather than having a candy coating.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not like eating candy coated popcorn. It's like eating popcorn that tastes like caramel.
What brand is that? What brand is that again?
I don't even know. It's just in this
Damn.
tiny fucking package.
Oh, of course it is.
Artisanal popcorn.
It's one of those things you just buy it on a whim. You're like, oh, that looks good, and then you don't like you didn't see the price tag. You see it on the
yeah, I hate
receipt, and
that
you're like,
happens.
why did I do that? What's wrong with me?
Correct.
Fucking list.
Dinner will be shortly for me.
Oh, why are you having shortly for dinner?
Why not?
I don't know. But for the time being, are we all here?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you guys have got a road trip ahead of you.
Indeed.
I have something that I want to do before the road trip.
Oh, well, yeah, we gotta gear up, need some rations and shit.
Well, I also have a message to send to someone.
Oh, that too.
I'm going to send this message to Dretha. And then I'm going, before I do it, as to not make myself look like a smooth brain, I will correct all of my spelling errors. But probably not all the grammar. Oh well.
I mean, you are smooth, aren't you?
Yeah.
Got an apostrophe.
Huh?
Okay.
You don't say apostrophe when you're talking.
No, but you're fair. But it helps. It's implied that it's there when you're talking.
That
Type it
Exactly.
has been displaced.
Huh?
That has been displaced.
It says that have
Oh.
been displaced.
Yeah, that's correct. That has.
I think it works either way.
Yeah, I think you're
Oh, no,
allowed
no.
to.
I might
I
have
was
found
being
a small
nitpicky.
workforce of that have been.
Yeah, because have implies like it has implies the collective. Have implies the people that the collective is made of.
Yeah, have is a generally more accepted one. Has is a generally more accepted one, but have can be used as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like have sounds more posh to me as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I would
Even-
never use has in that situation. That just sounds wrong. I don't know why.
Lives are atrocious.
Man, language is all about feeling.
Yeah.
Annoyingly.
But that aside, need to
Imagine how horrifying it would be if you're out doing your fucking business and suddenly you hear someone's voice in the back of your skull. Just like comes out of nowhere. Imagine just scare the lasting shit out of you until you realize what was happening.
Cool.
Let's imagine you cast sending and just boo. And that was it.
I'm about to
It's like,
make
what the fuck?
a bunch of homeless people an offer they can't refuse.
Dude, can you use sending to send a YouTube link to a video?
Oh my god.
You rickroll people with
That's
sending.
no. That's how you get around the word limit. You make a fucking YouTube video, you put it up on.
Oh god, it's like Twitter with long.
Oh my god, no.
You put your video. You put your video up on the Weave, and then you send them the link.
Oh my god, when they actually see it, when they hear it, that's not that they hear it, they see it as well, so it pops up in front of their eyes and they just see fucking
Oh,
Rick
God.
Astley's never gonna give you up.
They have no choice.
Watch it.
I was just talking to someone, they start breaking down because I've been rickrolled in their own brain.
That'd be the worst.
Just damn new clerics.
Could you dab on the word limit by just making like each word
Yeah.
or like a word really, really long? And just
That's-
being like
That's when you bring German into the equation.
Well, I think
that's one
technically,
word, but if you hold it for ages, it's like a one really long word.
Yeah.
I think there would be a limitation in the sense that if I
Dude.
read the spell real quick,
That-
the duration is 1 round, so in theory you would actually have to cast it in 6 seconds. So I would have to just fucking just like rap God out every like 25 word fucking thing.
Now I remember people complaining about that on Reddit, and basically someone brought up the fact that, like, in German, there's like a 40-letter long word or some shit like that, which has you can like join multiple words into one word to make a word that actually is
What about the
not just
longest place name
fucking
in New
weird.
Zealand? The name is literally
Yeah.
a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like fucking if every place is named after their story, it'd be insane.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I have to get my dinner, and then Jarod is gonna go for his dinner, and it's gonna take him ages.
Yeah.
God, and then by the time he gets back, we'll probably only have like probably an hour left. Do you guys want to just call it here, and you can like just let me know what you do for prep in the interim?
Alright.
Sounds good.
I don't mind.
Sounds alright.
So will we start when we're already on the road next week?
Yeah, you'll just be leaving higher.
Right, do you
Cool
give me
as.
that thing or just dump it in the fucking Genesis? I'll put it in Genesis, fuck it.
We could start another one of
Screw
those threads. They were actually pretty
Oh.
useful.
Yeah,
That was
I
pretty
like
good.
good.
It's a prep thread.
Yeah. Alrighty, that sounds like a plan.
Cool.
Well, thank you for a good session, fellas, and to
Thanks
any of you
for a
who
good
might be
session.
watching. I sincerely hope that no one you know has died recently.
That's a good goal to have.
It
Okay.
has
fire
been a
goal.
while. Someone is due to cock it.
Oh yeah.
Overdue for a cocking.
I legitimately think the last funeral I went to was like 10 years ago. If
Yeah,
not
it was over
longer.
10 years ago for me when my grandfather died. I don't really go to funerals.
I know that like one or two other people have died, but they're not like close people.
All right. Well, I'll see
Don't
you
get
guys
me
later.
started.
Peace out,
Yeah,
Richard.
I'll end it now.